Let's be honest, he's the last person you'd invite to a dinner party. Whenever he walks into a room, the temperature goes down and the body count goes up. And yet, when was the last time in a Marvel movie you found yourself secretly rooting for the bad guy? Did anybody really want to see Ronan reach his full level of accusation? Or Ivan Vanko whiplash himself some revenge for his wronged father? Did they heck? So just why is it that we all want and need a little bit more Loki in our lives? So here are my top 5 reasons why everyone likes Loki. He lives up to his own hype. You see, it's all about perspective. Traditionally, in the MCU, bad guys think they're either entitled to something they aren't, or want to be something that they're not. And they have some strange ideas above their station, which usually lead to their downfall. Not so in the case of Loki. He knows exactly who he is, what he wants, and how he's going to get it, whether he's entitled to it or not. He's a god, not the leader of a wronged, oppressed people, not some powered bozo out for revenge for a past slight. And if you were lucky enough to be made a god for the day, you damn well act like one, right? You tinker with things, use your powers to manipulate situations in your favor, and make people do what you want.
Freedom is life's great lie. Once you accept that, in your heart.
He talks the talk. Did you ever have one of those conversations when you're on the receiving end of a really good verbal slapdown? You retreat, stew on it, realize what you could have said that would have blown your opponent away, and when you later relate your version of the encounter, you include your "didn't really happen" awesome put-downery. Of course you have. But wouldn't it be nice, just for once, to be able to verbally destroy someone? With a silky smooth Shakespearean vocabulary, Loki's responses are quick, verbose, and cutting. When Thor is taken down by Iron Man halfway through a lecture on why Loki doesn't listen, the villain gives a wicked smile and monologues, "I'm listening."
I'm listening.
He has the best superpowers. I mean, Thor's alright, and everything. He's buff, he's got nice hair, the flying unliftable hammer's a cute touch and all, but he's a bit of a one-trick pony, as his failed attempt to destroy the ether in Thor 2 with said hammer proves. As Loki is quick to pout out, has Thor ever come up with a plan that didn't involve hitting something? Loki's powers put the Avengers to shame. He can impersonate anyone, and make anyone else look like anyone. Just imagine the practical possibilities of that. Beats the hell out of sticking to walls and firing webs. And that's not all. He's pretty much ace at anything he turns his hand to. Traveling via mirrors. Check. Alter the minds of others. Check. Pilot a kick-ass flying craft. Check. He also appears to be pretty damn handy with a pair of Asgardian blades. He's the ultimate opportunist. If there was such a concept as bounce back ability, Loki would be an authority on it. He's got a tactical awareness that would put a chess grandmaster to shame. For most people, finding out their dad isn't really their dad, but some bastard that stole them from their father, who's also a bastard, might cause a few issues. Not for Loki. It's a means to set about a plan to piss off both dads, and speed up your path to the throne. And when that fails, you go and find the biggest and baddest force that doesn't like your father, and cut a deal that speeds up your path to destroying your father, and the path to what remains of the throne. He's more heroic than the Avengers. While Loki has certainly had his own heroic moments, one fan argues that his sacrifice from Avengers: Infinity War was far more heroic than anything the Avengers have ever accomplished. The Reddit post they wrote states that the devil is in the details. While characters like Iron Man and Black Widow are inherently heroic and would never hesitate to put the needs of others before themselves, it's Loki's status as a villain that made his sacrifice all the more notable.
You will never be.
Loki is downright charming. He doesn't act obnoxious about his evil plans, he sells them with oozing charisma and arrogant sophistication. He is virtually never at a loss for words or flattery, which is why he probably so quickly become high-ranking agents for Thanos and the Grandmaster. But charm alone isn't enough to make a character so well-liked. Aldrich Killian was also extremely suave, but he proved to still be evil through and through. Loki, however, proved there was a lot more humanity and nobleness inside of him than even he would admit. He first demonstrated his humanity when his mother Frigga died. Even though she was only his adopted mother, he loved her deeply, and it showed. He very obviously went temporarily mad from his grief. Anyone who has lost a loved one can in at least some way relate to that.